So the next thing I wanted to do is put a window in my van on the driver's side. So I contacted Overland Windows Installs. They drove out to my work and they put it in right about an hour and a half. And even after they did it, I could drive home within an hour. So it worked out, didn't have to leave work, and look at the amazing job they did. After that, it looked like I couldn't see very well out the back, and I wanted to install a digital rearview mirror, and I went with the WolfBox 850. So there's the camera. I drilled a little hole here, and how I figured out that hole is I put my hand through the other side to feel it, and there's nothing behind it. So put my hand through this little hole there. It's where all the mechanics for the light is back there. Ran the cable out, and then I'm just gonna run it along the top for the camera. And so this is what I put in. So this Ford has two fuse boxes, one behind there and one behind there. That's super hard to get to. You have to take off this one to get to that one. So it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain to find out which one to use. I did it to my cigarette lighter. Here's the mirror. You can look down, look up. You have different views. Here's the front. Here's split screen. And then there's, just to give you an idea of the darkness of this and the brightness of this, not even comparable. Wow. This you can adjust, get a better view, a little farther back. So these two lights, the original lights that come with the van, go here and here. So I took them out, I rewired it, so we do like it when the door opens, the lights come on instantly so we could see, and then they turn off. But obviously we still wanted lighting in here. So these two lights here, are going to, let me just pull it out. They're gonna live in this first bay here. So they're gonna live here, and then the other one is gonna be there. So those are the two front lights. And then in this bay here, we're gonna have two more lights. Here's one, here's two here. And then in this bay here, we're gonna have two more. So we're gonna have 6 total. So I wired up this switch panel. So it's going, today we put in the Yeti 4000 and we hooked it up to the 12 volt and the 120s here. 120 here, 12 volts here. We think it's gonna be able to fit underneath this. We're hoping, praying. So I hooked it up to the alternator and it's working. Just basically hook it up to the leads that are coming into the battery. I was getting like 380 watts to the battery, so that's really good. Wired everything up. As you can see in the back of the Yeti, it has that 12 volt out that goes to the 12 volt out, goes to this main breaker here, and it breaks off into the switch panel. And the switch panel, I have a dimmer switch. So here are the lights right here. Let's turn them on, and then I'll hit the dimmer switch. Yeah, works. So one major button for the lights, and then the dimmer switch. Obviously the dimmer switch will go all the way down also, but I wanted that option of having it. So we also have the 120. This is a 30 amp 120 that comes out of this 4000, the Pro 4000 watt hours. Obviously I said it's coming from the alternator, which the two batteries that are underneath the seat, I ran the cable through, goes to the Yeti, and you don't have to have any link or anything like that. It's all built in. I'm not gonna have any solar put in because they said after 2 hours of driving that your Yeti's gonna be all the way filled, which that would be more than enough to fill it up long enough, you know, to get it all the way charged. And we're kind of weekenders, not so much like living out of the van. So this Yeti does have a control panel that you can see everything from. And you can control some stuff, which I haven't really messed with yet. But it is pretty cool. And that's going to live probably right above or right next to there. And then the dimmer switch is going to be next to there. These switch panels do come with like USBs and everything. So the USBs I chose for this tells you the wattage coming in. Has the USBs here. And then this is like a 12-volt cigarette. That actually some stuff is pretty useful for that. But obviously I have all my Scosche gear, just right here, the wireless charger, the magnet here, because my wife doesn't have wireless chargers that just go into the 12 volts. I have USB-Cs and the other USBs. I also have, I'm gonna have 120 hooked up next to here, but I also have the USBs here also, and the 12 volt. I'm gonna have a 120 and the 12 volt there. And then on this side, this is going to be my fridge. And this is another 120 that's gonna go there. That's probably for if you have an induction cooktop or something like that. So tomorrow, we'll probably do the ceiling. I'm thinking, oh, and then later today, hopefully before it gets dark, I wanna get the Sure Power put in. So there's a little plug down there that hopefully I can hook to Sure Power to, and go outside, drill the hole in the side of the van, Sure Power, and plug that into the Yeti also. There's my hide and go seat, and I put in the ABC rig channels up here that where everything butts against. Seems pretty far from the wall. I don't know how people deal with that, but I went through the instructions and where to put it. I probably have to pull that one down to wrap the blob first, because it seems like you have to wrap it before you put some of the stuff up. So these are just temporary, one screw on each just for temporary, but I think I'm going to dry fit the ceiling and then drill the holes, put in the ceiling, try to get the ceiling fan all done tomorrow. It's actually working. It's just, you know, the trim ring that comes with it. And I'm gonna do bump ins. These are reading lights here. So we're gonna have one reading light there and one right here. So that is where we're at. The battery is so heavy, but it is so awesome at the same time. All right, so I wanted to do some Sure Power here. And they said to drill into the side, and then there's an optional box that you can get that hang, but I didn't like it because it hung down and you could scrape it as your lowest spot. And I don't think we're gonna be plugging in very much, but if you had a campsite, it'd be nice to have some Sure Power, and I wanted to give us that option. So the cover of that is right here. Now granted, it's gonna be upside down and right there. So and you'll just plug in, and then this goes into here and will come up right there and then plug into the Goal Zero. So that is my solution. I think it's going to be good because I don't have to drill into my van. This cover's inexpensive. I'm going to Sikaflex around it so it's solid. And we have Sure Power. It's not going to be the easiest to go to, but we're never going to plug in, so I don't see. But it's nice to have the option, and that's what we're going with. All right, I let the Sikaflex dry. Let's see how this looks. Boom. Right there. Oh man, it's solid. This thing is solid.